Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of misty mountains, there was a firehouse full of daring firefighters. But among all the brave souls, none were as unique as Sparky, the firehouse puppy. Sparky wasn't just any puppy. He had a nose for trouble and a heart of gold. His fur was as red as the fire engines, and he wore a tiny firefighter hat that he loved dearly. One sunny afternoon, an alarm rang through the fire station. A fluffy orange kitten named Whiskers had been spotted at the top of a giant oak tree. Whiskers belonged to Mrs. Potts, an elderly lady who loved baking apple pies and feeding the neighborhood birds. Unfortunately, while chasing a feisty butterfly, Whiskers had climbed up and found himself too scared to come down. "This is a job for Sparky," Captain Flare announced, knowing the pup's gentle nature and incredible ability to calm scared animals. With his tail wagging excitedly, Sparky bounded to the fire truck, barking joyfully. The firefighters chuckled as they hopped on board, driving to Mrs. Potts' house with the sirens blaring. Upon arrival, Sparky jumped out, his keen eyes spotting Whiskers, who was meowing pitifully from a branch high above. "Don't worry, Whiskers. I'll help you," Sparky yipped encouragingly, his voice passionate yet soothing. The firefighters quickly raised the ladder, and Sparky scampered up effortlessly, his hat tilting slightly to one side. As he neared the top, he paused, looking at the trembling kitten whose tiny body was stuck tight against the rough bark. "It's okay," Sparky comforted, reaching out with his paw. "I've got you." Whiskers, hearing Sparky's soft voice, inched closer, his big green eyes glistening with trust. With one daring move, Sparky gently scooped Whiskers onto his back. They carefully made their way down, Sparky wagging his tail in triumph. Mrs. Potts was overjoyed when Sparky brought Whiskers back to her arms. She rewarded him with a freshly baked pie and gave him a big, warm hug. Whiskers, cozy in Mrs. Potts' embrace, purred his thanks, giving Sparky a nudge that meant everything. From that day on, Sparky became the village's hero, always ready to lend a helping paw to those in need, and proving once more that even the smallest heroes can make the biggest difference. And so, in a little village by the mountains, the brave puppy firefighter and his new friend Whiskers kept enchanting everyone with stories of bravery, kindness, and the joy of friendship.